Another day, another dollar. Check out that sunrise. Just got a little bit of work in the office today. Hopefully I'll get up to something interesting later. So I finished work for the day, and look, I'm going to head into the city because I'm thinking about another painting that I want to do. So I'm probably going to buy another canvas. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy another canvas so I can start one of these bits of work. I've come up with a really good concept for a painting that I saw somebody else do it, but I didn't like the way they executed it. So I'm going to put a little twist to their image and repaint it and see what happens, see what it looks like. But I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Very controversial, to say the least, anyway. Hello. Good, thanks. Like a kid at a candy store in this place. I love shopping for canvases. If only that weren't so expensive.
Excellent. Cool.
Excellent.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks. Cheers.
Have a good afternoon.
Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me?
Just heading into the bank now, and I've learned from my previous mistake last week. I'm actually parking in the car park and walking, because last week I copped a $240 fine after parking in a loading zone. So I intentionally and willingly put myself in a position where I had to complete a task by a certain deadline that didn't originally belong to me, because I like to be a people pleaser sometimes. And I'll always, if somebody asks me to do something, I'll always say yes. I've never said no to anybody to do anything. Where the issue occurs is when I don't have time to do stuff, I put myself in a position where I'm either going to fuck it up, or whether I'm going to cause or make some errors in judgment on some certain things. So on this particular occasion, I managed to caught myself a parking fine for $240. So I've got no one to blame but myself. Big fella.
G'day.
Have you guys got the anti-tamper screws? But the cool thing is, every day we have a choice to wake up and change our mind about how we're going to live the rest of our lives. We can make a decision not to make the same mistakes again. So I, today, parked in the appropriate parking place because I don't want to put myself in that position again. So it's something that I need to learn to do. It's something that, you know, a lot of people need to learn to do. Saying no to people, not always trying to please people. You know, while you think it's a good idea at the time, you're better off not putting yourself in a position where you're going to maybe let them down, or you're going to be let down by helping somebody else out. You know, you can't help everyone else unless your needs are looked after first. Maslow's hierarchy, okay? We all. You got to make sure that you're okay before you can help another person, and then before you and that other person can help the rest of the world. It's standard Maslow's hierarchy of needs. On that note, one thing that I'm going to do today as well to meet my needs is I bought another canvas, and it got delivered late this afternoon. I spent most of the day just cleaning the house because I've got some new tenants moving in. And here's a phone call now. Yo! Oh, you're at the front. No worries, I'll come grab you. One sec. My little buddy's here. But I'm going to set up this new canvas and do a little bit of painting, because I'm getting rid of a couple of other ones that I've painted. This one here. Got to find a buyer for that, and for this one.
Eine abgetragene Schuld an der Gesellschaft.
Okay, so my night last night didn't turn out quite as planned. I was going to start painting this behind me, but one of my friends came over And that was the end of the night. But I've just woken up. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm off to work. I've got an hour of work today at the office. And then I'm going to come back and do some painting. I think it rained outside last night. Just going for a little afternoon skate around the lake with Auntie. Get a bit of scenery happening, bit of meditation, have a chat about a few things. Getting in a bit of relaxation before the business launch next week, because I know as soon as that happens, life's going to shut down and we're going to be working 7 days a week, flat chat. There's something absolutely magical about this city. Look how beautiful it is at sunset. Look at that. Carillion behind me, very romantic. Bridge, also very romantic. Canberra is such a beautiful city.
Got a tail.
See you, bro. So, I spent the whole day just buggering around with Auntie. We're gonna get some. We got some packaging and stuff organised for the business, and now I've just got home. I'm in my casual attire because I'm about to start doing this painting behind me, which got delivered yesterday. Have a look how big that bad boy is. It's enormous, and I've got some great plans for this one. First things first. Every time I do a painting, I don't put any paper down, and then I spend 3 hours cleaning the tiles afterwards. Okay, so this is what my workstation looks like when it's all set up, ready to start painting. So I usually have my computer hanging out for some tunes, bit of internet inspiration. I've got some bits and pieces. I've usually got like 40 or 50 images of something that I want to paint, different styles of that thing, and I take the best things out of each individual picture that I like the most, and I try and recreate that into one image that I like. Whether it's a different painting style, a different texture, a different colour, a different pattern, there's so many different variables. So I pick a subject that I want to paint, I get lots of images, I bring it all together in my head, and then I'll stick them up around the painting behind me, and I'll use those as inspiration for how I'm going to create my image. So I've got all my brushes here, more over here. I've got all my paint, so white's an important colour. I've got a lot of white. I bought a canvas that's 60 by 40. It's the same size as another one in my house, which is up here. Let me see if I can... Which is the same size as this picture here. So this one I painted about a bit over a year ago. I call it Blue Gaia, or it's like Blue Earth or Blue Mother. So you can see there, with me standing next to it, how big it is. All right, waist well above my head there. And I've never painted any small images. I mean, if you have a look at this one, so that's that in my house. And another painting that I did, this was probably my third painting, is this one behind me. It's the Scaife Commodore, literally the season after he went on like a 10 win streak and then lost and came second. So I've done that one, and that's the same thing. Look at the sizing for comparison. It's huge. It's enormous. But the cool thing about the way that I like to paint is the further away from it you get, the more real it looks. Have a look at this. Let me see if I can adjust. Isn't that cool? That's that one, and then there's this. This is an abstract work that I've done behind me. This one's sort of like, it was about relationships. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I was going through a tough patch of my life with a relationship, and I painted this work, and it was sort of meant to represent her and me at the time. It's interesting. I don't know. Have a look at it and tell me what you guys think anyway. And I'm going to make some room on my house. So if anyone knows anyone that wants to buy these works, let me know, because I'm selling this one as well. So this is a yellowfin tuna that I painted. It's not done, but it's hanging on the wall because I like to look at it every day and think about what I need to change. Have a look at that. So yeah, they're the paintings that I got. This one's going to be the same size as the woman. And what I don't usually do is I don't usually put down a primer before I start painting. I usually just like to paint straight onto the canvas because they already do come triple primed. But I've noticed, especially with the last painting that I did, which was of a scene in Bosnia, that the paint just gets soaked straight into the canvas and you're just constantly just going over areas all the time. So I think for this one, I'm going to lay down a bit of white first, because this particular painting is predominantly the scene is going to be white. So I want to make sure that whatever I'm putting down really stands out, and also that whatever is left white at the end, I don't have to go over it because it's just done with primer. So I'm gonna hit it with white to start with, and then I'm gonna go over it with the final colour. So one thing I hate is when you use cheap brushes, all the hairs come off onto your canvas. It's just a waste of time. So I'm gonna piss this off. I'm gonna start using a roller. Now I'm getting some really bloody hectic air bubbles from this thing, so I'm gonna go back to the brush. I've done it again. It's now like 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got to work at 6 o'clock. We've just finished mucking around with the canvas. Lots of progress to be made tomorrow, but after work, obviously. I think that's the end of today's vlog. Peace. Whatever, we'll take one. Where'd you park? I parked up there. Thank you.
Take it easy. Have a good day, man.